What's up, guys? My name is Dontavious Hill, three-time Team USA high jumper with the current personal best of 7 feet 5 inches. I competed at Auburn University and was a 5-time NCAA All-American there, and also competed in the 2024 Olympic trials. So, guys, today we're going to be talking about the power of one. So, when I say the power of one, I'm referring to focusing on one thing at a time, right? And I know what you're thinking. So in the high jump, people think, I got to get better at this, and that. I got to go to practice and do this, and that. Okay, it's like, that's what most people think. They think that they just have to segment and just do all of these different things and boom, 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 and they're going to get better, right? To an extent, that is true. Over time, as you get better at all of the different skills and all of the different components of the sport, you're going to become a better high jumper. But when it comes to your focus and your mental and your mindset, when you're talking about attacking something, you are going to be best when you focus on one thing. So I want to give you guys an example from my experience. So when I was high jumping in a competition and my coach was at the time was telling me I needed to do this, need to do that, need to do this and do that, I did not know what I could do. So guess what? When I went out to try and actually go and jump, I tried to do a little bit of this. I tried to do a little bit of that. Put the push harder at the back here, lean in the curve here, be quick on the ground here, stay away here. I was trying to do too much at one time. So you know what happened when I tried to do too much at one time? None of them happened efficiently. None of the things I was asked to focus on were able to be executed efficiently. They all were like 5%. If I had 5 things, they all were functioning at 20% capacity, right? And I'm going to draw this for you guys so you can have an understanding. So that was my experience and that was my example. But I'm going to draw it for you guys. So I'm going to draw my center. This is basically going to be my energy. All the energy that I have. And when I go to practice as an athlete and the coach tells me, or the coach tells you to focus on this, and this. 4 different things, right? Let's actually call this a competition. You have 4 things to focus on. You have to push out the back. So we're going to call this push. We have lean. We're going to call this lean. We're going to say toes up. And let's just say kick the legs or something, right? So we got push. So keep in mind, you just missed your first attempt. You're on your second attempt. Coach says, push out the back, lean in the curve, toes up, and kick. You have 100% of an energy ball here. This is your 100%. Guess what's going to happen? 25, 25, 25, 25. You know what that equals? A miss. So understand this. In the high jump, you do not have to be perfect to clear bars. Every PR jump I've ever had in my life, and this goes for pretty much all jumpers out there, they would not say their PR jump was perfect. If you look at the world record jump, it was not perfect. He was all over that bar. He's jumped much better heights and much better bars than on that day when he jumped the world record and been over big bars. That wasn't his best jump, but it's the world record. There's always something to fix. There's always something to see and try and say, oh, I can improve here. In high jump, we do not have to be perfect. So if an athlete or a coach or somebody who's filming you, they see all these different areas where you could have improved in that jump, or you come and look and say, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. You do yourself a disservice by trying to focus on everything, because You split it up too much. You split your energy into 4 different areas. And like I said, in high jump, we don't have to be perfect. High jump is such a cool event. We can just be really good at one thing, and that can carry us over bars. Right? I'm not saying to just be only good at one thing. But what I'm saying is, whenever you do make a mistake, let's not spread our knowledge out. Or let's say you do miss a bar and you didn't do something right. Let's not spread our energy over 5 or 6 different areas. What we're going to do is we're going to focus that energy on one area, right? And I'm going to draw in 2 areas here. This is exhibit 1. This is exhibit 2. Exhibit 1, we got 4 outputs. That's as much as we can get. That's exhibit 1. Exhibit 2, when we missed that bar, we decided, all right, just make sure you maintain your momentum as you're coming through your takeoff. Just maintain momentum. Guess what? This output goes to the moon. This athlete did not have to push out the back, lean in the curve, do all this other stuff, kick their legs and all that, and focus on all of that to clear the bar. All they had to do was maintain their momentum, and that would have been enough to get them over the bar. When they mentally think about what they're doing, right? This is the kind of output of energy you get when you focus on one thing mentally versus when you focus on 4 things. This is the output you get equals a miss. You can only do one thing right and it can cause a make. So when you're in the heat of competition and you have to make an adjustment, it should be minimal. It should be one thing, right? 2 at the most. It shouldn't be 3, 4, 5 things. When you give too much, athlete cannot retain it. You cannot retain it. It's too much for the mind to focus on at one time, and you're trying to spread the wealth. You're trying to do too much. You're doing too much at one time, meaning you can't do one thing great, right? So this goes for competition. Now, same thing when we think about a practice. Now, in practice, it's great to do different drills and work on different things in the high jump. But at the same time, you really want your mental focus to be dialed in to a point where you understand, all right, I know I'm going to be doing these different drills at practice. I know I'm going to be working on these different things. But my main focus, I know what my biggest weakness is. I know that I'm struggling the most with this. I'm going to really dial in on this and understand this is what I'm working on today. So basically what I just did there is I know I got to do all of these different things, and I'm going to focus on all these different things. But I understand that I'm locked in vision on the main thing that I know I have to do. Same thing with this. When you high jumping in a competition, you know you didn't do everything perfect. You know you didn't probably push out the back the best you could, lean in the curve, do this. But even though you know you didn't do all of those things perfect, if your coach or you watch your film, you understand if I just maintain my momentum better, I will clear this bar, I will PR. That's what you need to focus on. High jump is not an event about who can be the prettiest. Just be the prettiest jumping over the bar. Just have the best technique. Just be the cleanest. Just look the nicest. Just you have the best everything. That's not what the sport is about. The sport is about trying to be as efficient as you can be. Whether you're just good at one thing, good at 2 things. As a high jumper, we want to be as well-rounded as we possibly can be. Well-rounded as we want to be here, right? We want to be to the point where we can stretch our wings and get better in all directions, right? But when we're making adjustments in practice and competition and trying to get better, when you're talking about dialing your focus, we got to go here. And this is what you call the power of one. Not thinking about 1, 2, not thinking about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things. When you're dialing in your focus, you need to focus on one. If you're the parent of a high school high jumper who struggles with the mental side of the sport, let me help. One of my athletes who really had a lot of mental blocks in the high jump ended up improving by 4 inches in just one season by focusing on the techniques that I teach. If you guys are interested in getting that help for your athlete, be sure to book a call with me at the link below in the description to make sure your athlete gets the opportunity to get the help that they need. Let's overcome those mental blocks and let's start moving in the right direction so we can jump some higher bars.